happens if you static link 2 heroes at the same time. Which one do you attack? I don't know, but he probably gets bonus damage. So there's like cool combos for sure on Vikings lineup. Hey, is that a Monkey King I see right now?
Oh, why is production doing this to me? He's smelly too. Look at him. He's a little stinky speed demon. Don't do it, Purge. No.
It's too late. I'm already looking at the back creases and.
No. Focus on the little trees.
The battle begins.
Seleri is going to take a lot of harass here. Battery assault coming out from GH, slowing him down just a little bit. These body blocks, though, they are on point, and that's your first blood going to Miracle.
He is. Yeah, little rough there, but the power of the Orb of Venom there with battery assault. And easy to approach at nighttime like that. It's not very common to go aggressive on the top side of the map for the dire side, so just a bounty rune that Seleri thought was going to be free, and it was not.
Got GH just kind of hanging out here in the mid lane, waving hello to Boom. Boom sends out a tip, says, nice to see you again, GH. You are indeed one of the friendliest people in Dota 2, one of the nicest. But I am going to have to ask you to leave now because I need to go and hit these creeps and put a little pressure on Wee.
Didn't get the range creep either. Kind of a nice little move there by GH on his way to the bot lane. Because realistically, it's not a huge deal if he's not here right away. Mind control is just going to be 9 creeps anyways. That wave is going to start pushing towards him. So, you know, just giving Wee a little bit of a level and gold advantage. Kind of a cool thing while you're passing through. I like it.
Definitely, you know, value. It's all about being as efficient as possible. I do like that they have the Grimstroke down here against Mind Control, right? The fact that you've got those extra units in lane makes for a really nice stroke of fate, but I'm sure Mind Control is hyper aware of that as well.
Just kind of worked out for them. They picked the Grimstroke before they saw the Enigma. But it is nice to be able to have another with Eidolons. Wraith King can be okay against them, but we've seen this Enigma versus Wraith King match up a lot in DPC so far. It's because Enigma can deny the experience, of course, but also just has so much raw physical damage that you can actually out-harass the Wraith King good.
We'll be pushing up the lane quite a bit, though, here. Of course, using those Skelly boys, too, to your advantage. Seen that a lot, actually, with different Wraith Kings, where they are able to take tower fairly early. Although you do have that counter push now, when you have an Enigma also in the lane, but with Stroke of Fate, to make it a bit more difficult.
Skeleton's just been following Clockwerk for God knows how long.
He's got a little buddy here, you know?
The value. Things about to despawn from time.
The value Skelly, man.
Definitely one of the nice things about picking that upper is that they just do a lot of damage. You can't really fight them as a support unless you have really good nukes or a lot of simplifier damage.
Like you said before, it's just super nice to be able to keep tabs on some of these heroes as well, because they are going to roam. You know that they're going to be those rotations coming out.
I'm doing great in the mid lane though. 12-5 versus Puck's 9-5. He's got a big wave coming in, so he'll probably equalize this here, but considering the early first harass.
Because he's got to be feeling a lot more comfortable than he was on the Invoker, though, during the other game versus me. That was really rough. Vision will land over here in the top lane. They'll sap a little bit of the Monkey King's damage. Nothing too crazy, though.
Yeah, this is kind of the issue with the offlane Razor. Is like you sap his damage like this, and he's going to miss some last hits because it lasts for 18 seconds, but the cooldown's 35, so it's like, it helps, but it doesn't like crush the lane or anything like that. So it can feel a little better than it really is sometimes.
Well, again, our panel seemed a little bit bamboozled by this pickup of the Razor, but perhaps, you know, Viking knows something that we don't. Perhaps they play it in a way that makes total sense. Who knows?
So far, it's not looking good. 10-3 versus Monkey King's 16-2. So
Purge always the realist here.
I mean, I've played this offlane before, and it feels kind of good at moments, but generally just not that great. And I think it's going to have less impact than a hero like Death Prophet will, who naturally can press your ultimate and just do a lot of damage. It's harder for Razor to do that, and he's a little bit more item dependent. So that's why I have a lot of doubts. Razor doesn't like push towers or do Roshan. It's like he's supposed to be like this lane winner, but he's kind of in a weird place.
This is interesting that Miracle has chased all the way over here, effectively leaving the lane.
Yeah. Side pull, maybe a little concerned with grass potential. Yeah. Countered. Oh, you didn't see it on stream. Sorry. He got the static link. He instantly just jumped away. It was pretty straightforward.
Thanks, Greg. I'm glad that I didn't miss that. The way you described it made it like I was right there at the time.
I was trying to like really make it clear how sort of useless Razor is, and I thought it was a really...
No, it was. I'm just giving you a hard time. The boys, though, in the bottom lane, they are pushing out a bit. They're harassing over onto GH, but they're able to clean them up really easily. They do get a pull-off, though, on the side here from Seleri. And we're going to have the 5-minute runes coming up very soon, so I think we're going to see a Kerscuffle probably coming up.
Should be able to get... maybe, I don't know. There's no stuns on the Enigma side here. We're waiting to get some harass in, but...
It's going to be Tobi. He's wrapping up. And he's pretty fast, you know, the old adage race car razor. Be able to walk away, and there's a big wave.
36 damage.
Pushing
Watch out, guys.
Illusion!
Attack you like 4 times before you run away and do like an extra 100 damage. I don't know. I don't know how to make this good. They're fast, I guess, but it's just like the uptime just doesn't feel like it's enough to really. But maybe we'll see something cool. But I assume he's just gonna go normal like stat sort of items. Yule's supposed to be popular. It's a little out of favor now, but maybe he's got a cool item build.
I mean, that's the cool thing about Dota, right? Is like you never know what people are going to build. You might see something absolutely brand new and very exciting in a game, or you might just see them get stopped and rolled over. You never know. You won't know until it happens.
Yeah. Dragon Knights, I think, the big hero of this game for sure. Considering that all the other lanes are doing completely fine. Nigma's got 19, 14.
Oh.
Pressure. Silent still. Very close though. Good chance he dies otherwise.
Yeah, it was like a split second before he darted away.
Radiant structures.
But no, he was silenced when he came out of phase shift. So,
oh, okay.
So he couldn't stun.
Tobi is getting run down here by Miracle. Put Jingu up. A lot of heroes over here in the mid lane, though, as they do manage to go, and they decide to go use the dragon form, just trying to put pressure over onto this tower. Rotations are coming out, though. Doom Coil as well. Here comes Miracle. There's also Nature's Prophet, and they just leash up this dragon. How to train your dragon. Boom, though, still alive. He's taking himself, though, from GH, so he will go down.
Kind of Boom's fault there. He moved in, it kind of looked like he wanted to attack the puck to do some damage or maybe go for a stun, but he kind of lingered under the tower a little bit, and it just kind of coincided perfectly with Miracle rotating over. But this is like common timing, right? You pop your ulti on Dragon Knight, and the enemy team knows what you're going to do. You're going to walk up a little aggressively, and you're going to slap the tower every 5 seconds. So if they rotate that exact moment and kill him, no tower pressure, slows down your enemy team's game, and now they have an Enigma or a Dragon Knight in the mid lane that just isn't going to be able to deal with your puck. So big kill by Shad, at least on the opposite side of the map.
Oh, but they also managed to find a kill on in the Miracle here on the top lane. Tobi collecting.
That's why you pick Razor offlane, guys. It's really strong. Kill enemy carries. About 100 damage does.
Man, I remember like a minute ago, you're like, I don't know, guys. I don't know how to make this good. Now you're saying that he is like the perfect counter to Monkey King.
I wish I caught the whole kill because it definitely is important. But
well, I'm sure if you ask very nicely, our production guys might be able to get to a replay.
Like this game. I'm gonna need like 20 seconds though. That's not gonna be a short clip.
Never mind then. As the rotation is out here in the bottom lane, you can see that they opted to skill up the reincarnation, but they don't have the mana for it here. It does have a couple of stick charges, but they're gonna make sure that they can burn it down. So down goes the Wraith King. Not enough mana to survive here as we get clicked upon here by Boom. Like it's gonna be just fine for the little puck.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Mind Control able to pick up the Necro a little faster than normal. Didn't need to get boots because he's generally pretty survivable against Wraith King in this lane circumstance. So the early mana burn really paid off. Kills it, but it's too late. And now this tower's gonna instantly die because they have a Nature's Prophet with a Blightstone. They've got trees, they've got Eidolons, they've got Necro Summons, and everybody rotates over. And now, despite being against a Razor, Monkey King should be fine.
He does have the vision over on Aramis as he drops the ward down. Being chased around, little ring around the rosy here, but should be. Oh, Shad is here though. I don't think he anticipated that. He starts to think about throwing out the stuff, but the Fizz are connecting. They might be able to get the kill on Wii. He's still very slippery. They need more damage as the Stroke of Fate comes out, and Shad collects some more bones.
That was great. Huge kill on Weehaw there. Took a lot of heroes, but they forced him to go into a weird spot, and they were ready for the follow-up. And he commits coil, so no coil.
Here you go,
here it comes. Oh, it's gonna be really high skill, guys. He literally just. Oh, there's a fissure. He didn't even do it by himself. He basically just was like, I'm Razor, but my support guaranteed this.
Hey, that's what a good
Fine,
support does.
That wasn't even a solo kill. I don't care. Razor still. It was okay. It was okay.
It was a kill, right? A kill's a kill.
Structures are
It was.
fortified.
Mana regen is great on Razor. You want to spam Plasma
Dire's
Field
top
to
tower
farm and
is under
accelerate. That
attack.
way you don't get behind. Raw HP is great on the hero. It's a perfect item, actually. Makes a lot of sense by it.
I mean, it's still very scary when you consider the fact that Nigma came prepared to take towers.
Dire
Nature's
are
Prophet,
scanning.
Eidolons, you know, you've got a lot of stuff
Dire's
to
top tower
destroy
has
buildings
fallen.
here. It's a full-on demolition company.
It was actually pretty value for Viking. They're able to take that tier 1 without committing Dragonite, for example. Like, that was pretty low resources. So the fact that they killed Puck in the first place and then took the tier 1 tower basically helped them equalize this game. Although, if not for that, though, the game would have looked kind of jank. But with DK ulti still available, they can get range stuns or fight or pressure mid.
Lots of options. Choose your own adventure here, but bottom lane, Aramis is hiding. Does have that level 6. He picks up the Echo Slam. They spot him out, though, with a really nice rocket, so not going to be able to get the jump on them here. Careful, actually.
There is possibility that they force down a quick 2 like they did last game. Last game was way stompy at this point. They had like a 5k advantage by 8 minutes or something insane, so we're going to see a longer game for sure.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He does have his ulti, so he could do a stun if he gets a little bit too close, but it kind of looks like he collapse on the tower with this arcane range.
Yep, Puck opening up here. Sees the dragon. I need to be careful. Hook shot coming in over on the back lines here. Mind control, though, is getting hit over on the back. Seleri will go down. Tobi's chasing after mind control. Steals a little bit of that damage. But maybe not the positioning that they necessarily wanted on the side of Enigma. They do have to be careful, though. Shad is going to get spotted out. Down 4, followed up with the TP from Kuro. It's been trapped over here by the trees. Mind control coming over as fast as he can. Shad trying to run the battery. His goes down here. Tobi joining into the fight. Needs to be careful, though. Again, there is the threat of the black hole. They'll throw out the trees, trying to buy a little bit more time. Mind control trying to get in position here. Goes over on the side. Immediately gets canceled. Followed up with the echoes. That mind control goes down. Kuro's now forced to flee. Move over on the side as we try to take off this silence. It just lasts for so long. The Inkspell comes out. Down goes we. Beautiful team fight from Viking.
That was a satisfying fissure, I gotta say.
Radiant's
It
bottom
looked,
tower
I mean,
is under
mind control
attack.
hesitated a little bit. He could have caught the Wraith King a little earlier. Maybe didn't want to use the black hole. Felt like he had to, and finally when he did, the Earthshaker was. And then the fact that he was that close, I thought he was gonna get caught in the black hole, and he gets a perfect Echo Slam. Oh, it's so beautiful. And that was a big fight there for Viking. Now gonna be able to pressure the tier and possibly kill it. No, they're gonna play it really safe. Puck respawning. Do not want to get Dream Coiled over there. Ultimates were used anyways. Yeah, the Dragonite ulti's over. The important thing is that they are even on net worth, and they've got a Blink Dagger and Dragonite now. So even though it's technically a bad hero, well, that's not completely true. If you use it correctly, it's fine, but like if you're behind, it's really bad. But he's got Blink, so he can actually like contribute something. Be the initiator. It's pretty powerful.
The way they're walking away, they don't want to go on we. They're
Radiant's
hoping they can
middle
find
tower
something
is
else
under
here.
attack.
Smoked up. Seleri will get revealed. Jump forward. The blink though coming out from Boom plus the silence. That's a dead we.
How about that blink? That, it doesn't happen otherwise. Boom walked high ground though. I love how they approach that. Hiding all their heroes away. Dragonite walks up the cliff like it's no big deal. He gets the stun on the Puck. They had the fissure follow up, and that bought time for the Grimstroke. That was a really sick kill. And that was very similar to what we just saw. They win a skirmish, they kill the Puck, and now they get an objective. So the game continues to go well for Viking.
Blink Dagger queued up on the Earthshaker. Aramis is getting closer and closer to it. And Shad has just been allowed to go and farm up. But again, Miracle on the Monkey King also doing the same thing here. He's working on getting that Axe Scepter online and having his whole legion of monkeys.
It'll be good. But this is a really fast blink for winning that last, the fight by his secret shop changed a lot for Dragonite's the top net worth of the game, by the way. Very surprised, but I guess he hasn't died. Puck has been down.
Ooh, the hook shot jumping in. This is looking like a dead Tobi here as they go. They even use the Wukong's command, so they will end up losing the Razor.
And he's just going DKB afterwards. Because basically he just needs to be able to get into the fight and get a full stab off on people, because it's going to make their fight go better. And I guess that is one negative to Nigma's outlook on this game. Puck's had a rough one. Weeha's been punished 0-3-3, very different than a normal Weeha performance. So with that said, where's the damage on their team? It's basically just Monkey King right now. It's kind of what it feels like outside of like Midnight Pulse type stuff and like, you know, your initial magic burst. Past that, it's just Monkey. So if you do BKB on Razor and sap 100 some damage on Monkey King, he's not going to feel nearly as strong in the fight. So there is something to be said about Razor looking like a really important hero this match, based on the net worth this one.
Oh boy, they see GH, they get the stuns, they get the ink swells, they get everything that they need, and this is looking like a dead GH. Does take a little while though, but they're probably very happy with that. Kuro. Hoping that nobody spots him over here on the side. Let's have some nice vision on Shad. It's going towards that Radiance.
Couriers? He was either waiting to see if the bounty was gone or if there's a courier to snipe.
Radiant's top tower is
Head
under
now,
attack.
but have an experience.
Yes. Spending some time over there. Not going to be able to find that courier, unfortunately. Gonna make his way towards the bottom lane, though. You know, just a Nature's Prophet doing Nature's Prophet things, hanging out in the trees, dropping down, you know, sentry here or there. Otherwise, pretty quiet.
So occasional kills here and there. Like at this point, Enigma just realized that there's a lot of kill threat coming from Vikings heroes with all their stuns, so they're just gonna sit back and farm for a bit. Still a blink on Enigma. He's about 100. That'll change things because they'll give him a better opportunity to get kills. But right now, like that's one of the weaknesses of Prophet 5 certainly, is that he doesn't really set up kills outside of Sprout. He's just like adding damage and tower pressure basically. And like very few of their heroes, I would say, did really well in the. So just other than Monkey King, sitting great net worth wise. So like so because they have like issues initiating, it's just more likely that they're going to sit back and farm for a bit, at least until Enigma gets ready to black holes.
Now, I will say we do have some things coming out now. We've got a couple blinks picked up. I'm surprised that they haven't tried to make a play with the Earthshaker just yet, considering that he does have a pretty nice blink timing, but perhaps they're waiting for another item on their cores. And also, you've got the Aghanim Scepter completed now from Miracle, so pretty big deal.
It is, yeah.
Pressure being placed on the top tower. Boom. Go commit the Dragon Form. Try to take down all these creeps. That's a lot of gold for these two.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Get that cleave damage. Very rare.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh my god, fired.
Very
I need a better analyst. It can't work like this. Hook shot in. Counter initiation. The stun up immediately plus the soul bite and the silence. There it is. A beautiful episode, but the follow up here with Miracle. But look at this damage coming out. Weeha gets himself a double because he takes out Aramis and boom. Now mind control also falling. Seleri trying to run away. Miracle. Here comes Tobi. We'll go right back in. Has the trade. They do need to be careful though. If they use the Dream Coil, they'll hold him into place. Rest aside, Enigma chasing. Nice stroke of fate. Will slow down at least 3 of them. Followed up with the plasma. Now Tobi, he's able to just run away here. Miracle doesn't want to give up the chase just yet, but they go pretty far after him. The boys all chasing after, putting some damage on GH.
Their catch is just really kind of crappy. And that's basically what we saw there. A couple nukes, a plasma field, and like what, a stroke of fate, and they just can't chase. That's the reality that they're in right now.
There's so much flow.
And Dream Coil only stuns for 1.8 seconds, so like in these early games you gotta read like, am I way out of position or am I just like a little out of position? If you're just a little, you break the tether and you get out of there.
Hook shot in. They'll find themselves Seleri. So he's gonna try to use that X-Ball, try to get him stunned up, and he does manage to kill and connect it because the heal goes down, but Jade also to fall. And now they'll also collect themselves a Miracle.
The underscape with you.
Oh. Wow, this Razor is working now. Very crucially, he's doing the right thing. He presses static link on the monkey every single time, and it works.
It just works. I do feel like they've drafted a lot better here in Viking with the way that they're handling Weeha's puck, right? Because the first time we saw the puck, it just popped off. It looked so good. He was getting so much, what was it, 14-0 with like something ridiculous. But this time around, it feels like they kind of neutered him a little bit.
I mean, it's easy to win Dota if you just don't die and you get kills. So that's the big difference maker. That we all got a ton of kills, and he didn't die before. He also got first blood in the last game. In this game, he got killed once or twice. He's off the map, not getting a net worth advantage. It's harder for him to get snags like this because he's behind. So that's basically it. Nice chain stuns. Those first couple counter ganks against Puck, absolutely crucial to making him feel like a different hero. And cool that Viking was confident enough to like let it through again and play against him and just outperform.
I mean, stuns help win games for sure, but we get the blink completed now for the Puck, and we have a Solar Crest completed now on the Nature's Prophet.
One other thing actually about Puck's performance that is certainly impactful is that we've been seeing a lot of 5-position supports have that counter push to be able to defend the top tower. So the reason Puck went there was because he had to be the guy to do that.
Right.
If they have a different 5 that isn't Nature's Prophet, that's probably just Prophet dying and not Puck. So you could also point slightly on the draft of the exchange of what they wanted. Yeah, they got a better lane hero to deal with the Razor, but then Puck puts himself in danger on the top tier 1, he gets killed, and it really messes up his momentum because he didn't quite pull it off. That could be something you look at as well about why Enigma's struggling, this, at least more than you would expect.
BKB completed now for Dragon Knight. I feel like we're probably going to be seeing some more action very soon coming out from the side of Viking. What are we looking at for the Wraith King? Has he got that Radiance online? He's got the Relic. Not.
Doesn't have it queued up, so his courier died? Yeah, his
courier died.
Oh, yes. Somebody got his, they got his rescue. A Radiance for him.
Another BKB though, finished now over on Tobi. There it is, there's the Radiance. All right, I feel like this is go to, look at the smoke. Weeha. Doing a lot of vision here over on the top. Forward, get out of danger's way.
Is under attack.
The Viking, they're hungry. They're hoping they can grab someone, but they are going to have to respond to this tower push because the Eidolons and of course Necrobook causing difficulties. Tobi is very forward here, but I don't think you engage on this, right? They have the vision. They know that there's going to be more people on the way.
Yeah, especially because Razor can't actually lock down and do a good job of initiating. He needs to be like he either like runs at you and forces you to react, or they go on you because you're out of position, but you're tanky, so it's kind of okay. Force the tower down.
They're not looking to fight back here on the side of Enigma. It looks like they're just going to let it go down. It's not that important of a tower, but every little bit helps.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's more control on the map going to the side of Viking.
Most importantly, it means that if there is a fight on the bottom half of the map, and Enigma's not all entirely there, it's going to be way harder for them to take that engagement. So in terms of like split pushing down there safely, it's going to be way harder for Enigma.
Kuro does manage to take mid tower while this is going down though, so a bit of a trade.
Got his little shard thingy.
Silence coming out here. This is looking like a dead Earthshaker, though. He does have the follow-up here from Boop. He actually goes for the Echo Slip just to set up Rhea. They could turn this back around again. They might not actually be able to get the kill. He's still alive. That Wrath of Nature doesn't connect on Aramis. Beautifully done.
Radiant's top tower.
That's rough.
Attack.
It's a very rough one. Those are the kills that we all thought he was finally going to snag out. But no support from his team other than a rocket and a Prophet ulti, and Dragon there able to help clean up the kill.
Feels so bad after having such a nice game earlier.
Yeah, but you know, in vain, when I get stomped, I like it when my opponents lose the next game also.
Fair enough. Look
we
at
all
that.
had his fun. It's the people's gift.
Fissure, the stuns, and look at him. He just dives into the trees. The trees were not Nature Prophet's friends. Not that time.
He had 13 less agility. Shaker probably dies there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's all it was.
Neutral items, man.
Are fortified.
Pressure's on in the top tower.
Radiant's top tower is under
Shad
attack.
and Boom making some work out of it. Force that fortification. And
This is kind of insane damage. Like, it's actually insane damage. He just killed an entire tier 1 by summoning and solar pressing the fat treant. It's actually
we
crazy.
do not call them fat, thank you. They are voluptuous.
It's being denied.
Sir, please.
Oh, I guess they're not shaped differently. They're bigger. You're right. That's
Thank you.
obese.
That's so much work. Anyway,
Radiant's
taking a look at the way that Nick was playing, they're really protecting that triangle area currently. Trying to make sure that can get this farm up, but they haven't really, I haven't seen any like really big engagements other than like the one we had a bit earlier on into the game. Everything else has been kind of like weird little picks.
But I think it absolutely favors Viking because of the fact that Puck is not accelerating very well. So, like before, the scariest thing about Dota is like when your opponents have gank potential on the map, because then like you just start being scared. Like, where are you going to be? Where are they going to be? And then you don't feel safe pushing the map out, and you end up like 5-manning a lot more, and with the worry that they're going to kill you. But they don't have that because their net worth is not high enough on Puck for him to get these solo kills consistent. So they just get to play like max efficiency Dota, and that's why their net worth is stingy.
You do have to be very, very careful though, because they have their own BKBs, but there's always the threat of the black hole. And on top of that, it looks like Mind Control is working on his own BKB as well, because they have nothing really to cancel it out. GH needs to be a bit careful here. Boom spots him. Followed up with the Inkswell, the Fissure. Everything's coming out over here on the poor little clock. Down he goes. And that's
This
more
combo is
pressure.
just so good. It is, yeah.
Oh.
It's so cool.
Miracle? Miracle? Monkey?
Oh man, he did not expect Wraith King to react.
Oh, but they do get the black hole though over on the other end here. Managed to get the kill on Tobi. Boom, he's just so tanky though. They don't have enough damage back. They turn this back around. They get the kill over on Weehaw.
That's not good.
No, that is not good.
They just lost all the heroes. I hadn't seen Monkey King on the map in like 10 minutes, and he goes to do some split pushing because his team is getting aggressive, but he was super ready. He had Blink Dagger. I'm sure that's what happened. He blinks in a melee range. He goes on Monkey King. Monkey King at that point is not going to win that trade. Wraith King is super farmed. Lots of raw armor, sitting at like more armor than Monkey King has, and he had an ulti, so like, good luck killing him. You're not going to.
I'm just really surprised that that happened the way it did, honestly. But at least, you know, they did manage to get a kill using the black hole during that timing.
Right, they killed that offlane Razor. Very important kill. Watch out, he's gonna hit creeps at a medium speed and live to just take damage away from the enemy solo core.
Look, all right, he's doing something, okay? It could be worse.
Radiant's bottom tower
It could be
is
worse,
under
yes.
attack.
I mean, it's a kill. They get golden experience. And it's not terrible they used Black Hole for that one, not a big.
Double damage.
That's a little spooky, though. Got a Wraith King who's got the double damage. 9.8k right there. Our observers showing that he's doing stuff. He's making things happen. Look at that, yeah.
Green death once again.
Green death. Congratulations, you have died the most. This Roche is going down too fast. They don't have to worry about the black hole, so they're making moves. Vito shows himself over on the side. Tobi chasing him down. That is the Aegis picked up. Look at Shad. He is just running in there with the blink, with the double damage. Monkey King's got to be so careful here. Gonna have to radiance away.
Forces out the defensive orb to basically guarantee that there's no snipe there. And now they got the Aegis. Who they put on Drake? Yeah. Drake Knight's looking real strong right now, by the way. This like transition from BKB into AC like completely changes his, especially because once again the strongest core on the enemy lineup is entirely physical based. The Monkey, well, he's got Maelstrom, but still, AC is going to be massive for them team fighting.
Kuro doing the best that he can here, using those greater treants to put the damage on the tower. It's pretty difficult though, but sometimes, you know, it's the best you can hope. Oh, they need to be careful. Miracle. That's there. Look at that. He doesn't care. Hook shot comes through. Fissure follow up here from Aramis. Throwing it down again. And there it is. There's the Echo Slam on to 3. They turn right back around. They get the kill on GH. This is looking like a dead Miracle. And boom, joining in the fight. The silence comes out. Aramis does fall. And it looks like the Puck will be allowed to walk away.
It's really hard for Monkey King to play this game, actually. Like, he had a good laning stage. His net worth was equal to Wraith King's, but eventually Wraith King's going to beat you out if Monkey doesn't go Battle Fury or something. But Monkey couldn't go Battle Fury because he needed to be able to fight and engage. But because they missed their window, their tempo advantage that Nigma was looking for with the Puck, Monkey had to like continue hitting creeps as fast as he could with the items he had, but it just was never going to match the 8 skeleton plus radiance of Wraith King. And now that Wraith King has more net worth, Monkey can't fight him in these engagements, and as soon as Wraith King gets within Radiance burn distance, he is hard committed to this fight, at least until he gets BKB. So that is why these fights are going like so straightforward. Once Viking finds a good initiation, gets their chain stuns off, Monkey's like hard committed, and he's gonna have a bad time almost every time.
putting the pressure over on the mid tower. Down it goes. There's only one tier 2 left for the side of Dire. Feels like they're going to be making their way over there, but Kuro constantly putting this pressure in the bottom lane. Trying to make sure that they can do something here. Just so difficult, like you said. Monkey's not having a good time.
Probably the most difficult thing Shad's had to do all game is decide between the Elven Tunic and the Paladin Sword. And he does pick up the Paladin Sword. It's what it takes to be a good player, man. Making those hard decisions in crucial moments when you're stomping a game.
That, and you have to decide, do you want to look cool, like with your clothes, or do you want to look cool with your sword, right? Tuck out!
What?
Never mind, Kurt. It was a fashion joke.
I get you.
Never mind. I shouldn't have
Radiant's top tower
Swords
is under
fashionable
attack.
these days.
I mean,
Dire's
I
bottom
think they're
tower
cool,
is under
but
attack.
I'm not cool, so don't listen to me. You know, all those guys with their Tinder profiles putting out the swords. I'd be like, that's pretty great, but I don't think a lot of other girls are going to be into that.
Like, what, are you gonna stab me or something if things go bad?
Well, I wasn't
Dire's
going
bottom
there.
tower is under attack.
All right, well, the game feels firmly in the hands of Viking at this point. You can see they're trying to make some moves, trying to put pressure on these lanes, but they're already in position to take this other tier 2, and it doesn't feel like Nigma is ready to just
Dire's
fight
bottom
for
tower is under
it. So they're
attack.
gonna probably wait until they break the high ground here.
They're not. They're gonna continue playing like cowards. It's what they got to do. They're
Like
going
cowards.
Tobi though.
All right.
They have to. I mean, look what Viking's doing to compensate for this. Tobi's committed to buying a Boots of Travel. He's already got treads, but he's like, I just need to be able to make sure that Prophet doesn't take our barracks for free, and we can win this game. He's committing 2,500 net worth for it.
With a hook shot, just a little bit off mark. They have to be careful. Boom might be falling for this bait. He's going pretty deep. He sees Kuro. He wants this kill. Oh, look at the smoke, though. Look at the way they're collapsing. Tobi slowing them down. Wants to help them get Kuro here as Miracle standing up in the trees. He's not sure if he wants to full commit to this. They managed to take down Wee over on the side while this is going on. Jump forward again here from Boom. He's got his eyes on this little Clockwerk GH. He's trying, he's climbing, he's praying that maybe he can get out, but the big crits come out. Shad the Chad cleaning up as they go right for the tower.
And here is why mind control skill for the Midnight Pulse radius to make this game less scary to defend high ground. Like, they gotta stand really wide, but it's not enough. Look at the damage on the buildings here between Dragonite and Wraith King. So much damage.
Miracle. They know he's there. They're out of fissure. Managed to stun him. They don't care though. They're like, there are buildings to be hit, although they do dive a little bit. They see mind control. They're like, yeah, no black holes. I don't want to see that here. Wee's gonna buy back. Miracle's still hanging out in the trees. He just can't figure out what to do here, how to do it. Silence comes out. There's the BKB coming out from Miracle. He winds up in mind control. He's bought back. They managed to go and get the black hole off. And they just drag. They don't have enough damage though. Boom, he's still alive. He's still gonna be able to walk away. He turns back around. They do finally manage to get the kill on him. Aramis now needs to be carefully silenced up. There's that Rapid Nature does a lot of damage here. Chad over on the back line. Follow up. Echo Slam comes off and he's still gonna go down, but he's able to get it off just in time here as those people are crumbling. Down goes Miracle. Big ol' crits coming out against mind control. Kuro's forced to just run away.
Mostly without note.
No buyback on Monkey, no buyback on mind control. Buying back earlier, and we already bought back. Oh, man.
I mean, that's the state of the game. They have to commit that many resources to kill one hero. Black Hole committed, Dream Coil committed just to get him, and Monkey King ulti just to get him close to death. I'm sure the Elven Tunic paid off there. 16% evasion against all of that, plus the AC and his super high HP. Just bought them a lot of time, but they're still hitting buildings. And I don't know if they can slow down anymore.
They did manage to get the courier kill, so Tobi's not going to have that Shiva's up right now, but I don't think he's too concerned about that at this point because there are buildings to be hit, and yeah, there's just buildings to be hit and nothing that Nigma can really do about it. They are sending the trees though. See them racing down, but they jump forward over here and they should be able to clean up a nice easy kill on GH. Shad, reincarnation is going to come up. Coming right back up again. Kuro has to be careful to boundless out from Miracle, but they're just, by squatters' rights, they live at this base at this point, Purge. They haven't really been forced to leave. They will teleport back home because they don't want to allow all this damage on the tower. Man, that was a lot of gold that Boom just got. He's making it rain.
Yeah, there's a lot of network on their team. Cool play by Seleri as well, holding the Quelling Blade. He's got all this extra cast range. He's the one that gets Wraith King out of this engagement when crowded. Very small thing, but just nice to cover their bases there. That absolutely could make a difference in a closer game. So cool little smart things to do. Dragon Knight was originally thinking about getting Overwhelming Blink, but I think he's finishing his Abyssal now to give him another initiation option. After he jumps in, he can basically stun somebody for like 5 seconds. At this point, that's before he hits the level 25 and gets that extra talent. So
that's bonkers.
Their ability to chain stun is so good right now. Let's see if Puck can survive this smoke.
All right, gonna hide, jumping away immediately. See the Monkey King also running the spider leg from Tobi though. He's gonna get a little bit of this damage. So Shad comes out from GH, just trying to buy them a little bit more time. They don't want to fight here. Although it looks like Shad doesn't care because he wants to fight. The stuns are out and GH is toast.
I feel like Grimstroke looks so effective this game, actually. Like, they just paired these, like, a lot of great stun initiators with an excellent follow-up. Like, Grimstroke is not a good hero to initiate, but he's such a good hero to follow-up initiate. Like, Inkswell on all of these melee heroes is just incredible. Like, all of the heroes on Vikings draft want to run at their opponents. Wraith King, Dragon Knight, Razor. So it just made, like, Grimstroke, who also covered them against the Enigma, look like the perfect pick this game. And was, frankly, really crucial for getting some of those, like, early mid-game puck kills that put them in this, like, advantageous position anyway. So I think Seleri's had a really solid game. Except for that when he died first blood. That was terrible, terrible play.
Yeah, right. You can't praise them too much or else, to go to their heads. You got to keep them humble.
Yeah, you give the enemy team first blood. You're like, it's like you're trying to lose or something.
I'm glad I get the gases with you, Purge. Shad in the top lane, though. He's got the pushing it out, and we do have the Abyssal completed now for the Dragon Knight. That is more lockdown. Granted, he seems to be the one that they end up catching in the black hole, but he's been surviving the black hole, which is a huge problem for the side of Nigma.
It doesn't have to just be like an anti-black hole thing. These are just like, they're using their surplus net worth to buy items that help you close games out. And the easiest way to do that is by guaranteeing hero kills. And having, spending like 7,000 gold. How much do Abyssal Blades cost these days? 6,600 gold. You're spending that much to basically secure kills on anybody that is ever out of position. And the fact that they have so many of these Earthshaker initiations. Wraith King can blink stun into Abyssal. Dragon Knight can blink stun into Abyssal.
Ooh,
good luck, Nigma, basically.
No, all right. Miracle's fine. Tobi was gonna try to do some silly stuff there. Gonna be able to clean up the creep waves pretty easily, though.
Yeah, he's got his Shiva's going for a refresher afterwards. Haven't seen that in a while. I don't know if it's gonna be good, but double BKB will be really solid for sure.
All right, I gotta ask because I haven't seen a Razor in like forever. What does his axe do now? Is it still just the?
It still hits building when you get it, but it hits 2 targets instead of 1.
Got it.
So basically, before it was really good for lowering the cooldown and dealing a ton of damage to like one guy, but it kind of felt bad when there was a lot of crap around, basically, because it's like it can only hit one thing, it would hit creeps a lot, that kind of thing. So technically it's better when you run in, but it's straight up definitely worse because you can't do the cheesy like buy Ags refresher and like destroy one guy. That's not viable anymore. So you kind of have to do it this way. Ah, yes, the spider legs with 2 other pairs of boots in case he doesn't have enough ones. But I mean, it's better than selling your treads, I guess. You'd only get like 800 gold or something, 700 gold.
Yeah, this is some new efficiency that we're seeing coming through here. He's still tread swapping, to be fair. No?
Yeah, he's making it value.
Sometimes you just get really attached to that first pair of boots you buy, right? This Roach is going down fast, though. There's just really nothing that Nigma can do about this, though. Couple more hits. And how do you kill this Dragon Knight?
How do you kill like 3 of the heroes on the?
I'm just talking about the Dragon Knight, Purge.
Dragon Knight. Oh, let's see. You wait 6 minutes, 5 minutes, and then you commit everything you have to him. That's it.
Solid analysis, thank you, sir.
Yep.
I'm playing very carefully down here in this bottom lane. They're trying to push forward here and get some damage on the tower. Maybe they can get a pick off. It's not the person that they want to jump on, though.
Definitely not. And he's got 2 BKBs, 1 BKB and 1 Minotaur Horn, plus an ultimate. Can't drain his mana to kill him. There's almost no solution. He's going to the tower. just very smart of Viking to send really tanky guys like this to deal with it. Don't send Earthshaker, don't spend... Oh, Grimstroke. Did I say something funny?
No, I'm laughing because Shad's just denying every single one of these creeps.
Oh. I like doing that late game too, actually, because you know at some point someone's going to go kill that. Probably. Like, it might die in the next creep wave, but, you know, restrict their gold. Like, he was going to stay here anyways, because he doesn't want the creep wave anywhere near his tower, because he knows what's going to happen. Prophet's going to TP in, and he's going to cheese the tower up. Prophet, by the way, has a new set of armor. It's an Assault Cuirass. No boots yet, but if he gets on top of buildings, they are going to be shredded. So Wraith King knows is what he's got to do, push out the lane. And now he can respawn and go force the fight with his team.
Surprised we haven't seen more like Prophet wards or something like that coming into this game, because Kuro has really been a thorn in their side. Oh, they're smoked up. Oh, they have the vision.
They're going to see it.
They're looking to jump forward immediately over on the side. Follow them with the fissure. Hookshot comes through. It's not going to matter though. Oh, but they managed to go. Oh, they jump immediately over to the Enigma. He's not going to be able to get this up. Although the Wraith King is going to go down over on the side though. All right, there's the black hole. But the rest of the team, they go in. They should be able to clean up on the side. They get the kill on GH. Seleri also can fall, but Shad just chasing them down one by one here. And this getting picked up now from the Grimstroke. They'll turn back around. The fissure holding them into place. Can they kill them off? The Echo Slam goes off. Miracle is down. No buyback on this Monkey King as they find a kill on the back line. It's like they do manage to take down Shad, but boom, he's a big boy here. I feel like you're not gonna leave.
Done such a good job showing how valuable Earthshaker is this game. Like, you see a hero, you fissure and boom. And your chain stun's set up. You don't have to worry about any kind of reaction speed, basically. And he's also got Timeless Relic, by the way, so his stuns are lasting 25% longer. Insane. They have so much stun on the Viking side.
Hi, Weeha, what you doing? Hookshot coming in from GH. They're trying to get the kill over onto the Razor. They're not going to be able to quite find it just yet. Four steps are coming forward. Aramis, he's cut off from the rest of the team. Mules is going to come out. They get the Soulbind off. Boom, though, taking a target, finding himself mind control. Aramis goes down. Boom, he's very tanky. He's got the cheese still if he needs to go and use it. He's taking a lot of harass. The buyback coming out now. He turns around. He's got the BKB. He decides, all right, I've had enough. I'm going to leave. So out he goes, and now it's not looking super great here for Seleri. His silence up, but Aramis is also here. They turns back around. Can they buy enough time here for Seleri to get out? No, he is going to go down.
May you ride, behold!
Good try, but I guess not the worst thing there for him.
Tobi? Tobi's just walking on in. He's got the BKB. He's going to turn back around. They want to get this kill on Weeha. Are they going to be able to do it? That was the question. The spider legs. He's very fast, but he's got that refresher. On the hunt.
He refreshes spider legs. Watch out, guys.
Oh god, spider legs.
And once his BKB back, once his ulti available, he got the double ulti there. He has like way more net worth than he knows what to do with here. His hero definitely feels low impact at this point, but he is very tanky, and he spots smart items for the game circumstance. Absolutely, the multiple boots thing, nothing wrong with it at all in this game circumstance. But it's fine.
Oh, the jump forward over onto the puck. Are they going to be able to just wipe out Weeha? Yes, they are. Down he goes. They're on the hunt now, turning around. They've got their eyes over here onto GH. Shad just chipping away at him. Down he will fall. Miracle getting off the Wukong's command. Shad tries to get out here. He is treed up. He's taking a lot of damage. He does have the reincarnation up, though, as they manage to take down the building. Eyes on the prize right now. Up with the nose. Draco Flynn comes out over onto two of them as we and Miracle fall, as does KuroKy. The buybacks are coming out. The tips are coming out as well. Take a knee, peasant, indeed. Viking are just ripping apart the landscape. They are conquering, and they are looking real good. Mind control, he's got that black hole. This could be a moment where maybe they just can't. They can't find the opening. Their delta splitting out. The fissure comes out. They just hold them into place. This is... Oh, the black hole coming out, though. Are they going to have enough damage? It's not looking like they're going to be able to do it enough for us. Not just long enough. No, there it goes. Down they go. Viking.
Where'd the ancient go? They couldn't spot it. Grabbed it, you know.
Yeah.
Like still right because of Joe. Yeah. Anyways, yo, Viking, they drafted some really cool stuff this